Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Phil.
My name is Benji.
Yeah, and this is the episode number 5 for the people around me. So what's up, Benji? How you been?
I'm alright. It's a little early, a little tired, but
People don't understand the grind. It's 8:45 right now.
yeah, you'll never find me awake at this time.
Only for the people around me.
Yeah, of course. Gotta do it.
So tell us about yourself.
I'm a computer engineering student at Hofstra.
Nice.
I'm a developer and a music producer. Love
There we
music.
go.
And that's about it. Keep it simple.
It's pretty diverse. So you, for the past 2 semesters, have gotten the opportunity to intern, right?
Yeah, I did a very long internship last June. It went into the semester where I didn't go to school. It was a co-op internship.
Mm-hmm.
So that was like 6 months long at Lockheed Martin.
Lockheed Martin.
Yes.
That's
Yes, largest defense
billion-dollar.
contractor in the world.
Nice.
And then I went back this summer,
There we go.
did another internship. Yeah, it was good.
Nice little humble brag, right? So, I woke up Monday. No, I woke up yesterday. Let's skip all the way to Wednesday.
Okay,
With something called, you know what Bitcoins are, right?
of course I do.
You know,
Yes,
Bitcoin. It's a cryptocurrency.
yes,
Something that's pretty much the fad of 2017, if nothing else did happen.
yes. It's definitely gaining popularity.
Yeah. So we shook on a deal because I'm a stock market guy, right? I dabble a bit.
Mm-hmm.
But we had shook on a deal a couple months ago,
Yes.
and I had said that Bitcoin will not see $5,000. At the time, it just broke 3.
Yeah, this was like literally September, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I was saying that I don't think it's gonna hit $5,000 before the end of 2017. And lo and behold, it doubled that in less than 2 months.
Yeah.
So I just want to say, you got that one.
All right.
You and Rich
Yes.
in the office.
Good gentleman's bet.
There we go. Yeah, so that's how we know each other, right? Working at the computer repair center at Hofstra. A lot of good intellectual conversations happening.
Oh
there,
yeah,
right?
a lot of great in-depth conversations in that office.
And quick disclaimer: both of us have made quite a bit of gains with Bitcoin.
Yes.
I'm a brag real quick.
Okay, go
Right.
for it. Oh, you.
In May, I invested $25 into Bitcoin.
There you go. It's big
As
boy
of-
moves.
That's big boy moves. As of yesterday, my Bitcoin was around $65, $67.
Look at that.
You know what I'm saying?
It's beautiful.
It's really, it's gorgeous. It's not just beautiful. It's a cool opportunity. But since you know what Bitcoin is a little bit better than me, could you just explain real quick?
Yeah, so it's the way people like to commonly associate it as an internet currency, right? Or any cryptocurrency, but it's meant for payment. So it's just another way to facilitate a transaction, but it has
Are
value.
there people using it for purchasing it yet?
Yes. For example, actually, the overstock.com, you know that website?
Yes.
My friend just booked a hotel with that website.
Bitcoin?
With Bitcoin, yes.
Wow.
So like this is already going on in the country, but in places like Japan, South Korea, Switzerland, it's, in coffee shops, it's everywhere.
I heard there's a town in Amsterdam that's fully,
Yep.
they've adapted completely to cryptocurrencies.
Yeah, it's honestly, it's incredible how fast it's just gained popularity, and now people are using it in their everyday lives.
Okay. But backing Bitcoin is something called blockchain technology, right?
Yeah, it works on the blockchain technology, right?
So what exactly is blockchain? Why is everyone talking about this blockchain technology?
Yeah, so it's a very powerful, I would say it's like a protocol rather, because it's basically a public ledger, right? Let's use Bitcoin as the case. It says that if I have, let's say 1 Bitcoin, everyone has a copy of this information. Now everyone knows that I have 1 Bitcoin. I can't forge this. I can't say I have 2 when I really have 1, because everyone knows I have 1. So it's a proof of identity and a proof of value, and everyone has a copy of it. No one can own it unless, obviously you create your own and you can own it yourself.
It's this. Explaining blockchain is weird because it's like it's a super complicated way to simplify everything.
Yeah, I would say so.
Which makes it pretty much closer, is what we've seen as far as the closest to an unhackable system, right?
Right. You can't like hack the blockchain, but you can potentially hack the code that's running on the blockchain.
Okay.
And there's no like one blockchain. When we say blockchain, it's like I can create my own blockchain with my own purposes and my own intentions, and that's my blockchain, and I can do whatever I want with it. But for someone to hack that, you really can't, because everyone has a copy of it. So you can hack me, but you can't hack everyone else, and I'll just recopy the database or the blockchain.
Okay, so you're not just involved per se in you, like myself, I think you're pretty involved in stocks and trading. You dabble, right?
Yes.
I dabble.
I dabble.
I don't put a lot in, but I dabble. Why is that? What do you think motivates you to invest rather than blow your money on like Gucci and
That's a great question, because no, I have a lot of friends, and I know a lot of people who don't care about investing, and I never really thought about like what was the incentive. But you know, I was always conservative with my money. I obviously didn't grow up like in riches, so like I would work for my money, and to see it go was such a heartbreaking thing, you know. So I obviously wanted to see my money grow, and I just looked into investing. I wanted to get the idea behind it, and you know, finding out about Bitcoin in 2012 when no one knew about it, I was scared to really invest in something like that.
But you did put in.
Yeah, very small amounts. But what I could at the time, I was in high school, you know, I didn't have a job. So at the time, I put in what I could, and likewise with stocks, you know, put in what I could. So it's nothing, I'm not putting my life savings in, but.
Yeah, it's money that you can, I mean, that's the like number one rule in investing, right? It has to be expendable.
Yeah.
Disposable income, right?
Right, don't invest what you're afraid to lose, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You know, just.
Well, I wanted to ask, this was actually a question I wanted to ask later on, but I'm going to ask it now since we went this route.
Sure.
What happens when your investments in whatever portfolios it may be, whether it's in cryptocurrencies or on the stock market, what happens while it's moving in the stock market or in the cryptocurrency worlds, what happens when life makes that money no longer disposable?
As in, like, I can't cash out?
As in, like, I had a big car accident like a couple months back.
Right, I remember.
What saved me and what allowed me to come out of that, how do you say, dilemma?
Yeah.
Was to tap into my, because my investment portfolio is my savings pretty much.
I got it. Okay.
I'd much rather have my money work for me than to just have it sit.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what saved me. But then it's like I broke the rule, because this money, which at one time was disposable, life just happens and now it's not. So how do you balance that?
I mean, obviously, if I'm investing, I want to hold it for as long as possible. Yeah. But like, you know, like I said, I wouldn't invest all that I have. So like maybe I would say 15% of my savings is invested, right? Just hypothetical. So like when you put it like that, and in a situation where you do need the money, I'll be able to just tap into the money I have and not interrupt the investment. But you know, there are times where you don't have control of that situation, and that's what the money's there for. You know, you put it in an investment to grow for times like that when you need it the most. So that's what, you know, it really comes down to.
And hopefully, if you could, how do you call it, hustle through those times,
right, and
not even touch it, then
that's perfect.
More power to you, right?
Exactly.
So was investing, is that something that you learned in your family?
No.
Because my background is pretty much Caribbean household, Caribbean mentality. You know, I'm first generation raised in this country, and me and my brothers. And so investing isn't really at the top of the list for anything.
Right.
It's more like, all right, get a good job, probably work for a company for the next 40 years, get a pension. That's the mentality, right?
Yep. Yeah.
So how did you come across? Well, I just started investing because I just don't want to be poor.
Of course. Yeah. No, same here.
But why is it that you
chose to do so, and how I got it? Same reason as you, to be honest. It's just
stability.
Right. I wanted to see my money grow and just make money because I had money. So I read books. I did some researching in investing. One key thing, because I'm a developer and I'm a programmer, once I found out that you can write programs to do the trades for you, that just blew my mind. So, like getting into a world of automated trading, that's when it really just opened my eyes to the whole world of investing. So,
nice. And I mean, it's this time, right? As far as us from 18, your whole college career, between 18 to let's say 25, even to 30, where some people get married, some people move out of their parents' household, some people get cars, and we create these expenses for ourselves that I think we think society requires of us. But this is a great time. I mean, we're bachelor, right? So you have the money. When you get a paycheck, it's not really as, how do you say this? Imagine investing and the potential to invest when we're 40 with 3 kids and a wife and a house. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I think people undervalue. They'd rather spend their money on partying. Which is fine.
Yeah, of course.
But I think even if as you said, if you set aside even 15% of, let's say, your annual earnings, a lot of people would see, some decent returns.
No, of course, yeah. I mean, my recommendation to anyone who asks me, I always say at least 10% of your paycheck, which you can afford that.
Yeah.
If you make $300 a week, that's $30. It's really not that much.
Yeah.
And in the end, you'll thank me. That's what I always say, because
guys, you're gonna thank Benji if you invest 10%. You know what I'm saying? But how? Well, not how, but how did you land the up? Well, let's pivot. How did you land that internship with Lockheed? Because I mean, investing's one thing, but being able to get the money from your day job and securing a great career that's the best compliment for investing, right?
Yeah, no, I'm very grateful for the situation that I'm put in. But in terms of the Lockheed internship, Hofstra does a co-op program where they send out your resume, a ton of companies, and for 6 months you agree to work for that company, or
Nice.
a certain amount of time, about minimum 6 months, and you don't go to school for a semester. In consequence of this, you graduate a semester later. So I signed up for this, sent out my resume to like a bunch of companies. First 4 companies said no to me. Last company was Lockheed Martin, said yes, and that's how I fell into their hands.
So Lockheed was the last?
The last resort.
I'm going to assume that Lockheed was probably the best, though, right?
Yes, it was, without a doubt.
So the other 4 were like, yeah, we don't need this kid. And Lockheed was like, nah.
We need this kid. Exactly.
That's a good place to be.
Yeah, no, I was extremely grateful, still am.
Do you think that investing into a college degree, do you think you would have landed that if you weren't in college?
No, not at all.
So investing is a gamble, college is a gamble, playing the lottery is a gamble.
Yes.
Waking up and driving is a gamble.
It is, yes.
But life is a gamble.
Yeah, of course.
But it's like when you hear people say, "Oh, I don't want to drop $200,000 on an education when I can accomplish the same things," which is true. Kind of doing a more independent route. But,
right.
So would you say that gamble with college the same way that your gamble with cryptocurrency? Because the reason why I'm bringing up gambling is because I was like the many people who were like, cryptocurrencies aren't going to go anywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, as far as growth.
Right.
And you keep on seeing these investors who literally saw cryptocurrencies go from Bitcoin being a couple dollars in like 2011, 2010 to 11,000, and now people this month are saying, okay, people are still bashing it. They're still saying, no,
without a doubt. There's a ton of people who are still very skeptical about it.
So it's a gamble, but would you still recommend the route of college to those who? It's not for everyone, but I mean to those who.
That's what I was just gonna say. It's definitely not for everyone. For me, it's definitely for me, only because what I wanted to go to school for, I like when I graduated high school, I tried to teach myself programming, right? And it did not work out at all. You need that discipline. You need the stress, the anxiety from school, to be honest. Like you need someone down your back saying, you know, you're not gonna get the good grade unless you do the work. And that's what really put me in my place. And I think for my career, going to college is a must, just so you get that experience. And obviously, you know, I nailed the co-op internship through college, so I wouldn't have never had that opportunity. But if you're doing something that you can teach yourself, maybe some like hard skills like being a mechanic, right? You don't need to go to school to be a mechanic and open up your own store.
More experience based.
Right, exactly. So it's really boils down to what you want to do in life.
That's good. That's good. So I mean, any before we close off, any tips to any new investors?
Like I said earlier.
Wait, hold on. We
Sure.
have a couple minutes.
Okay.
I just don't want to finish without getting a full profile of Benji, the man. How does producing come into it?
Oh, so it's kind of random if you think about it, but like I've obviously always been in love with music. A lot of people love music, but I would say back in high school. I was in 11th grade. And I started going to like concerts and like live shows, specifically like electronic music, like house music and stuff.
Yeah.
And I never did that before. I never understood what the hype was behind house music and like tech house and stuff like that. So went to a show, loved it. And when I graduated high school, I was going at shows every week. And when you realize you're doing something so many times, and you realize you're that passionate about something, it's natural. So to me, I just was like, why not try it? Why not just try to get the sounds in my head onto my computer, for example? And so I was messing with this software, you know, Fruity Loops. And after a while, I picked up on it. I'm very good with patterns, so for me to like learn that by myself, very simple for me. And yeah, I just got right into it. I just recently purchased like my first piece of hardware.
Nice.
Cost me $1,000, but that was one, like, I'll be honest, it was the greatest investment I put into making music because it just augments my creativity so much. So I wouldn't say like I'm a professional or anything. I mean, you're pretty good. I've listened to music making.
I dabble. I dabble.
No, I love the stuff you come out with. And
you too. Could you mind just shouting out your social media and your SoundCloud?
Yes, Subconscious, 2 S's at the end, on SoundCloud, YouTube, Instagram. Yeah.
Nice. Stuff is great. Really good. That's cool. Really appreciate you coming out.
Love it.
So early.
Of course. Always a pleasure. You know.
Yeah.
This is a great series, and I definitely support it.
Thank you. You're definitely going to be a great addition to the show.
Awesome.
But anyway, thanks guys for watching, and until next time, peace.
Peace.
I said peace. Peace.